Hello, so we're going to do the review for trigonometry. Okay, so it says find all six ratios for theta in new responses fractions, right? They're fractions, everybody. 7 over 8, you just write 7/8. Okay, so remember to do, so we circle the angle, where the angle is. That picture. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, so circle where the angle is. Diagonally across from the right angle is always going to be hypotenuse. Across from the angle is going to be opposite. Next to the angle is going to be the adjacent side. So we can do SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. So 12 over 15 for cosine, blue, is going to be 9 over 15, and tangent is going to be 12 over 9. Cosine is the inverse. So for cotangent, it's going to be adjacent over hypotenuse. The secant is hypotenuse over adjacent. And cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite. Okay, so it's going to be 15 over 12, 15 over 9, and then 9 over 12 for cotangent. Okay, so for this one, you're given the two triangles below. Choose from the following. So we want to know if they're right triangles or not. So remember, we can do that using Pythagorean theorem. So hypotenuse is always the longest side. And is that equal to 29 squared? So we're going to plug them in the calculator and see, and we'll do the same thing with the next one, everybody. 9 squared plus 40 squared. Is that equal to 41 squared? If it's a yes, then it's a right triangle. So we plug them in the calculator. So 21, let's put it over here, so 21 squared plus 20 squared, 20, 21. I got 841. 29 squared is 841. So this one is a yes. It is a right triangle. Okay, so that means that it is a right triangle. Do the next one, 9 squared plus 40 squared. We got 1,681. 41 squared. Get 1,684. 1. That is a yes. So they are both right triangles. So I would choose the one that says they are both right triangles for that one. Okay. For the next one, if the sine has a ratio, find the other 6. Okay. So remember, notice I keep writing SOHCAHTOA. Make sure you do that. Okay, so wherever theta is, this is opposite over hypotenuse. So we're going to have 5 over 13. We need to find this side. So we're going to have 5 squared plus x squared is equal to 13 squared. So x squared is going to be equal to 13 squared minus 5 squared. Take square root of both sides. I can plug it in the calculator like that, everybody, or you can do it step by step, your choice. So 13 squared minus 5 squared. So everybody, if you want to do it step by step, you can do it that way and then plug it in the calculator. And square root of 124 is 12. So that side is 12. Okay, now I have all the sides. So this is the adjacent side, opposite hypotenuse. So cosine is going to be 12 over 13. Tangent is going to be, it's TOA, so it's going to be 5 over 12. Cotangent, remember, is adjacent over opposite, so it's going to be 12 over 5. Secant is hypotenuse over adjacent. It's going to be 13 over 12. Cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite, so that's going to be 13 over 5. Okay. And these are reciprocal functions. So like cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, secant's the reciprocal of cosine, and cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. It's all the way up there. Okay, it says find the value for x for the right triangle. Enter your answer to the nearest hundredth. Everybody, that's 2 decimal places. Go to cents place. Okay, so we have our triangle. Draw it out, everybody. I'm going to circle the angle. That's going to be adjacent. Across from the angle is opposite. Diagonally across from the right angle is hypotenuse. I don't have anything here for hypotenuse, so that means I'm going to use sine. So the sine of 53 degrees is going to be equal to x over 15. I'm going to cross multiply. So 15 times the sine of 53 degrees. Make sure your calculator is in degrees. And I got 11.9795 and up, rounded up, so it's going to be 11.98, 5 and up, rounded up. Everybody, don't put the x equals, you just put the number in. Okay, it says use the trigonometry to determine the distance Fido has to swim. So we want to find this distance. Here's the little dog. So we know that this is the hypotenuse. So adjacent side, this is opposite. Okay. So we're going to use, we don't have anything here for adjacent, so we're going to use sine again. So it's going to be the sine of 68 degrees is equal to 30 over x. Put it over 1. We're going to cross multiply and divide. If the variable's in the denominator, we're going to divide. So we get sine of 68 x is equal to 30 divided by the sine of 68 degrees. So then in the calculator, you're going to put 30 divided by the sine of 68. Okay, and we get 32.356, 5 and up, rounded up. So we're going to get 32.36, and that would be feet. This would be our answer, everybody. Okay, for the right triangle, find cosine if tangent is, remember tangent is TOA, so I immediately look it up and I go, oh yeah. And we want to find cosine. So TOA. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So that means for the triangle, we have that side, the opposite side. This would be our angle. And we need to find hypotenuse. We need to find C, so I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. If I square root everybody, it just is going to become that number that's inside a variable. I just didn't say thinks of it like it cancels it out. Okay, so I get 801. Take the square root of both sides to get to the root of the problem. I get C is equal to 28.6. Okay, so now we have that one. So we're going to put this as adjacent, opposite hypotenuse. So we're going to enter 21 divided by 28.6. And then it's 0, 0, 0. I just put 28.6. Okay, for the next one, it says solve the triangle ABC using the given information. Use A as your reference angle. Okay, so A is our reference angle. Round your answer for sides B and C to the nearest tenth. Okay. Okay, so they give us all this information for the triangle. It's bigger so you can see it. Okay. Okay, so this is a to the nearest tenth, so everybody that's one decimal place. Okay, so they give us angle A is 34 degrees. Everybody definitely draw this out and label what they give you. They say that this is 20. Angle C is 90 degrees. We already had that. Okay, so if I want to find the other angle, we know the sum of the angles is 180. So for angle B, plus 34 plus 90, set that equal to 180. Add these together. 124 is equal to 180 plus angle B. Subtract 124 from both sides. We get angle B is going to be 56 degrees. And everybody can always double check it. 56 plus 34 plus 90 does equal 180. Okay, so we got that one. All right, now we have to find the other sides. So this would be adjacent. This would be opposite. So we can use SOHCAHTOA. So we need to use that to find the other sides. So we can solve for the adjacent side first. So cosine of 34 degrees is going to be equal to 20 over B. It's in the, we're going to cross multiply. So 20 times the cosine of 34. So we're going to get 16.58. 5 and up. Remember, everybody, it says round to the 10th place. 5 and up rounded up. So it's going to be 16.6 for B. Okay, and now I can use sine, or you can use Pythagorean theorem. It's totally your choice. Choice is yours. And we're solving for A over 20. We're going to cross multiply. So A is going to be equal to 20 times the sine of 34 degrees. And we get 11 185 and up, rounded up, so I'm going to round it up to 11 and 2/10. So A is going to be 11 and 2/10. Okay, so we got everything on there. Got all our measurements, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to convert this one to degrees. So remember, for converting to degrees, we multiply by 180 over pi. So we're going to take 5 pi over 9 times 180 over pi. Everybody remember that pi divided by pi is going to be 1, and then we can just multiply 5 times 180, and then divide that by 9. So 5 times 180 divided by 9, and we get 100 degrees. They asked us which quadrant it would be. So everybody, 1, 2. Remember, we go counterclockwise. Okay, so this would be 0 degrees. This would be 90, 180, 270. Okay, so it would be here in quadrant. So it'd be 100 degrees, and it would be in quadrant 2. That 100-degree angle would be over here. So in quadrant 2. Okay, now they want us to convert 144 degrees to radians. So remember, that means that we're going to multiply by pi over 180. So 144 over pi. Okay, they're both even, so I can definitely divide by 2. 144, I get 72, so I might be able to divide it by 4. Alright, so I divide them both by 4. And we get 36 over 45. We go, what else can we divide into both those? Oh, 36 and 45. We can divide them both by 9. So I got 4 over 5. So 144 degrees would be 4 pi over 5. Okay, so that would be in radians. And 144 degrees is also going to be in quadrant 2. Be in quadrant 2 as well. So 4/5 pi, and it would also be in quadrant 2. So this is definitely, when you're looking at your unit circle notes, looking at the quadrants. Okay, so we said quadrant 2 and 4/5. Okay, use the values in the first quadrant to find the sine and cosine values of 315. So 315. I'm going to look at my unit circle notes, everybody. 315 is one that we had in our unit circle notes. Okay, so we have 315 here. Remember, cosine is x, sine is y. So it's going to be, x is going to be square root of 2 over 2. And sine, so for this one, everybody, it's cosine of 2 over 2. And negative square root of 2 over 2. X and y. So this is cosine, this is sine. It's going to be this first sine. Cosine the square root of 2 over 2. Sine is negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so do that one. Okay, angle of elevation. Ooh, I like that whenever word comes. Angle of elevation. Everybody, that's going to be up from the line of sight. Okay, so remember, everybody, we're going to have that angle going up from the line of sight. Okay, so from point A on the ground, right here, to the top of the flagpole, so our flagpole. And that angle is 46 degrees. The distance between point A and the base of the flagpole is 75 feet. So that distance right here, everybody, is 75 feet. Use trig ratios to find the height of the flagpole. So we want to find this height right here. Everybody, you can just use our X value. We're going to label it, so I circle the angle. This is going to be adjacent, opposite. This forms a right angle, hypotenuse. Okay. I look at SOHCAHTOA, and I know I don't have anything here for hypotenuse, but I have adjacent and opposite, so we're going to use tangent. So it's going to be the tangent of 46 degrees is going to be equal to 75 x over 75, or you can put a lowercase h for height, and then we're going to cross multiply. So we're going to have 75 times the tangent of 46. And I got 77.665, and I've rounded up. We're going to round it to the nearest whole number, everybody. So I'm going to round it up to 78. So it will be 78 feet. So we just put 78 there. Okay, everybody, you got this.